coaching method used with the athlete is an autocratic style, as the athlete is known to become unfocused and lose concentration quickly, as can be seen at times within the activity. The autocratic style is the best style to use for the athletes who need a strong focus on structure to flourish. The aim of this session is to isolate the athlete's top and bottom hand to help them understand the part that each plays when playing a shot and the relationship between the two. We need the player to understand that to play the cover drive effectively, the top hand should be dominant to allow the ball to travel along the ground. However, the bottom hand must still be used to give the shot the required power. We also want the player to understand how to play the shot with the difficult angle of the bowler coming from the left side of the pitch and to move his body accordingly. If a batsman is too top hand dominant, there won't be enough power on the shot for the ball to go anywhere, and if the batsman is too bottom hand dominant, the ball will go in the air where the batsman can get caught and get out. This player is at a control level within the sport and has a firm grasp on the fundamental movement skills of the sport. The activities have been selected to work on a specific aspect of the player's game. The athlete struggles to play the cover drive when the bowler is approaching from the left side of the pitch, around the wicket for a right-hand bowler or over the wicket for a left-hander. He loses shape and power through the shot, therefore the activities selected need to be suitable for this. The activities selected will put a focus into the technical and physical corners of coaching. The technical side will be focusing on how the shot is played. This will include the execution of the shot, body positioning, footwork and follow-through. The physical corner will be focusing on maintaining balance both through the feet and in the hands holding the bat. The outcomes expected from the activity will see the athlete playing the cover drive that is well balanced within the feet and hands to allow ample power from the bottom hand, plus slight dominance and guidance from the top hand to deliver the textbook cover drive. The first activity shown will involve the athlete focusing on the top hand aspect of the cover drive. It will allow the player to better understand the top hand's use when playing the shot. The aim for this activity is for the athlete to better understand how the top hand works. The second activity will be focusing on using the bottom hand. It will allow the player to understand how the bottom hand works to generate power through the ball and how it works in relation to the top hand. Both activities will also work on foot positioning and body positioning. What we want to see the athlete do here is step into the ball with his head over the ball and his body leaning into the shot to allow for the most accuracy and power in the shot. Both activities were selected due to the simplicity of the involved skills, meaning that plugging it back into the whole shot wouldn't take much cognitive effort. The focus is on the player's ability to isolate the hand movements to gain a better understanding of how the hands work in relation with each other. The activities used were part practice, which also helped to isolate the movement skills required and allowed the athlete not to be overloaded cognitively, which he would have if whole practice had been used. This is known due to understanding the athlete. The athlete has ADHD and trouble focusing, becoming overloaded with information quickly. So the activities used had to be simple and break down the key aspects of the shot, allowing the athlete to focus on the parts and incorporate it into the whole. The first clip is an example of the athlete playing the shot before the activities. The feet aren't in the correct position to transfer the weight into the ball effectively, and the bottom hand follows through before the top hand, showing that the bottom hand has become dominant, resulting in the bat twisting and the ball being edged and not hit cleanly.
The basics of it: step, lean, play, keep elbow high. If you want to play through it, flourish at the end. Don't fucking straighten it. think stance plays like that flat back cover drive. Yeah. So it's really trying to make sure getting a lot of power through. This is your power hand, yeah? Bottom hand where all that power comes through the shot. Yeah, I'll pay a 4 for that.
In the first activity, barring lapses in concentration due to the nature of the athlete begins to understand the role of the top hand within the shot. The athlete effectively uses the top hand to guide the ball along the ground and will transfer this learning later on in the video. A degree of coaching was used at the start of the activity to better guide the athlete on how to perform the activity properly. The athlete is instructed to keep his elbow high, step into the ball, and get his head over the ball. The activity is selected due to the simplicity of the fundamentals used in it. It doesn't overload the athlete cognitively, and there is only a few steps to focus on, allowing the athlete to better focus on the fundamentals of the activity. This has resulted in the athlete using the top hand to a more effective degree. The second activity shows the athlete focusing on the bottom hand. This activity is somewhat easier for the athlete, as the use of the bottom hand is more natural to him as it is his dominant hand. Coaching and examples are used at the beginning of the video to give the athlete a better understanding of how to perform the new activity and reiterate the previous points made in the last activity to keep the player focused and interested. The activity is still kept simple as to not overload the athlete so he can focus on the fundamentals he is improving. By the end of the video, the athlete has shown improvement on the use of his bottom hand, playing the ball powerfully with his feet, head and body all in the correct positions to allow the player to hit the ball powerfully and with control. Within both activities, there is a noted improvement on the athlete's ability to hit the ball with each hand and again understanding of how each hand works. Currently, this aligns with the expected outcome stated within the introduction. The athlete's balance, footwork and body positioning has also improved to the changed angle of the ball, allowing the player to make a good connection.
Lovely. That's a great shot. 2 more. Yeah, that's good. Shot.
The final video shows how effective the part practice was for the athlete. As seen in the video, the athlete's body is in a better position, as is his head and feet. As can be seen in the video, the player's top hand has become more dominant, as shown by his high elbow and top hand following through after the shot. This is evidence that the selection of the activities was correct and improved the athlete's ability to play the shot. The athlete has not been overloaded by the information provided and has been able to use the part practice effectively when asked to perform the whole task. The aims of this session were met, as were the objectives. The player has moved from a pre-control level of the shot and into a control or utilisation level of understanding in this specific regard.